Perhaps you're wondering from the title, hey, wait a minute, Angry, you haven't reviewed Black Clover in forever, and didn't you say you are only called the Angry Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer, who only review Eden Zero nowadays, so why do I see this one? Is the chapter really that good? No, it is not. It's terrible, I hate it, and I am full of absolute anger. I don't hate the ending, though. I hate everything that has led up to this. However, there are some things that I need to talk about and how my controversial view on every single one of this. Do you not think I read Black Clover? Of course I read. Do I enjoy it as much as I have? No, I have not. Why? Well, simply because the bad guys have won too much. It's been one thing after another, and the slow pacing is honestly pissing me off. And I was one of the few people who actually did not like Notch. I thought it was cool. Then he said he hated Yami, and I immediately hated him. Last chapter, though, we finally got an explanation on why. And yes, Notch is an extremely complex character, at least to me, because I feel like because it's difficult for me to say it in the right, correct way, but I feel like that flashback portrayed him that his hatred for Yami and Black Bulls are either misguided or it is all a lie. And what I mean by that is, maybe he doesn't hate Yami because he once was friends with him. He just hates that Yami represents everything that Notch used to be. And he feels like the Black Clover is the same. Maybe he was hating them because he want them to hate him because he hates himself. Do you understand what I'm saying about this? Maybe this is not exactly pure hatred, but simply just, yeah, that's right, despise me so I can despise you, because that's how a guy like me who pays sins can pay it. Or truly, he does hate them. But that also means that he's an extremely big hypocrite, at least to me. Because it means the reason why he hates the Black Bulls is because they reminds him of his failure, of who he used to be, of the darkness of it all. However, the thing is, here's the one thing that Notch do not see, or maybe likely do not want to see, and that is the Black Bulls are perfect for him, because they are just the type of person he is. A toner, dark trouble past, misguided, darkness, as well as full of inner rage. All of them are perfect for him, and if he cannot say that, then I cannot like him. Or maybe he can't see that, it's just that he hates himself so much that he refuses to see. That is my view on Notch, and I still don't like him, at least until he gets on his knees and apologizes to the Black Bulls and realizes that there is deeper meaning in forgiveness. He doesn't have to forgive himself, but he has to find a purpose. But that is not what this chapter was about. I just had to give you that extremely long one. So what happened in this chapter? Well, first of all, there was some awesome moment here that was immediately shut down. And that was, of course, that Notch merged together with two of his devils. I think it was, let's see now here. I think it was the horse. No, it was the cat and the chicken devil. And the new form looked pretty badass. He was going to play them in internally, but then the demons just like that, immediately KO'd him. As it turns out that their magic is devil ice magic and flame ice magic that burns away everything and freezes everything. All this single time they have been playing with him. Come the frick on! Quit giving me such overpowered villains! They need to be defeated already! So of course Notch screams the despair, which they enjoy, because after all, that's just what they want. Hear this despairing scream of a human. But now they get on board of this playing around and decides to do it all. As Notch says that he was just not special enough to defeat it. He believes the only thing that can defeat a devil is anti-magic, and just on cue, finally Asta arrives and severes one of the devil's hands. I cannot see exactly who that one is though, but that is the one and only satisfying scene of this chapter, because that means that finally Asta is here. And he protects the Notch. I mean, granted, Asta may be the only one that likes Notch. Also, this flashback here also shows another reason why I don't like Notch. Yami was near the graveyard where Notch buried his brother Mogren. and he invited Notch to join the. It wasn't like he did it on his own. Well, he did it on his own, but he voluntarily invited Notch, not because he yes, he wanted to, but what I'm trying to say here is not make you believe like, oh, you're the vice captain, just go with it. But no, that's not what happened. He invited that guy because he believed he wanted to help Notch. He wanted them to have fun again. The fact that Notch can't see that makes him stupid! And I hope he realizes that. So finally, Asta is here. That also probably means the other Black Bulls here. According to the information, the highest form of devils can only be hurt by arcane stage magic. And since anti-magic is so arcane, then that means he can do it. The fact that he managed to sever one of those devil's hands was a very satisfying scene. So please make short work of these annoying devils already. So, do you now see why I haven't reviewed Black Clover? I cannot just make any good comment. I'm just whining about it like a brat or whatever. But no, I cannot say I really enjoy whatever thing happens here. Notch is a complex character and he can become very likable. He just has to realize that the Black Bulls are just like him and can become friends with him. And perhaps that is what this speech is for here. Make him realize that. Now the bigger question is that a lot of people, if now Asta is powerful in his devil unit to take care of these high-class devils, are people gonna be upset? I will not be upset, but I know everyone else will be. But the thing is, I actually think he can. Why? Because it's anti-magic! And he has united with Libya now, his anti-magic devil. So why shouldn't he be able to defeat these high-class devils? It's anti-magic. It burns away, it cuts away all types of magic. So this is basically the chapter. An upset from start to start, but only the finish was not an upset. So what happens next, I have no idea. Can you just keep going on so that we can get some hope already? But will I review that? Don't hold your breath. But maybe, if we get to the real battles. Just give me your thoughts if you have any.